You're watching Project 380 and I need your guys' opinion and input. So the other day I lowered the Mark II to the floor on all four wheels and all of a sudden there was a massive bang. Now it's hard to tell because I can't stand far enough back, but this side is significantly lower now. I went in the boot and looked at the two top mounts. They're not sitting great, but this one over here, if I jiggle the car, is completely disconnected and making a horrible noise now. I'm not sure if the suspension's actually doing anything or if that's all tyre roll. And this is where you guys come in. On the Mark II at the minute I've got some HSDs, and I'll be honest, I can't remember whether they're the Mono Pros or the Dual Shocks, but they are now 10 years old, so no wonder they've failed really. But my question is, do I just change the two rear top mounts, knowing that the fronts could be next? Or have the top mounts failed because the dampers are stuck because they haven't been used for so long? Or the option which I think is probably going to happen, and that is to get new coilovers. Now, if I am going down that route, I want to hear your guys' personal experiences with them. When I first got this car, it did have KW suspension on it, which was alright, it sat pretty low, but it was a little bit bouncy. So I changed to the HSDs and loved it, but obviously these are a little bit old now. So do I go with the HSDs again? Do I try Meister R's? Or do I go all out and buy some BC Racing coilovers? Now here's another thing to consider. I've lowered the car to the floor because the car needs moving for a couple of reasons, but one reason, I need to get down in that corner to film the oil cooler, and two, it's being moved out of the way for a couple of days, and it's got to go on a car trailer to do that. So I've raised the car up as high as the coilovers will allow me to, but because I've put the Destroyer die knuckles on, front and back, they are 40mm drop knuckles. And to get this car this height, I've had to put a load of preload on them springs and wind the shock bodies up. And they're actually only sitting in a few threads. So yes, usually I would want to run this car as low as possible. Getting it on and off a trailer or a beaver tail is going to be pretty difficult. I mean, the bumper's a quick release, so that eliminates one problem, but the ground clearance to get it on and off is a challenge. So if I was going to choose some new coilovers, I also want the option in the future to fit an air cup system to them, purely for loading it on and off a trailer. When the car is up and running, I am going to be trying to do as many events as possible. So it's going to be on and off a trailer constantly. And an air cup system will allow me to do that a lot easier. So that's just another little setback for this build. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below and what experiences you've had with other coilovers. So just a quick one today, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.